Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be reacting to the Star Wars Visions trailer that was released yesterday. But actually when I released the video it will have probably been 2 days ago. A new Star Wars Visions trailer came out and I'm going to be reacting to it. So for those of you who don't know, Star Wars Visions is an upcoming Disney Plus show and it's very different. It's basically, the way to describe it simply is anime meets Star Wars. So it's a show which is going to be Star Wars in the form of anime, which is really interesting. It's something very new, so it could be, there's a lot of different possibilities and it's definitely going to be very, very interesting to say the least. Now, I am by no means an anime expert. I'm like your most standard, I'm like, there's like casual Star Wars fans. I'm like that, but for anime. Like, I'm like your most basic anime watcher ever. I've watched like the most popular, like mainstream stuff ever, and that's it. Just all basically the most basic standard anime stuff that anyone could ever watch. I'm literally your stereotypical like casual anime watcher. I've watched a few anime shows, the most popular ones, again, like things like Attack on Titans and stuff, but that's about it. But yeah, so no anime expert, but I have watched, I've dabbled in the arts of anime. I've watched a bit here and there, but that's about it. But I'm definitely interested in this show, so we'll get straight into it. I'm really excited to watch this. I haven't watched it yet, obviously. There was a trailer for Star Wars Visions. It wasn't exactly a trailer though, there was one which dropped about a month ago. I'm sure most of you will have seen that as well. But it was more of like a behind the scenes thing. It was like talking to the different studios which are working on the project. And they showed a bit of footage from the show, but this is like the first proper cinematic trailer we've got, so I'm really excited to get into it and see what it's all about. But before we get into the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and without further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright, so here we go.
Long ago, a great warrior came to this village.
Already really cool.
Entrusted our ancestors with this. Its power.
I think the Japanese culture and everything with Star Wars will be so incredible, honestly. I love that sort of stuff. Okay, that's pretty sick. Oh, that right there is cool. You already know I love that sort of stuff. Okay, let's stop it. Stop it already. God, first 30 seconds and a lot has happened. That was so cool where he was holding the lightsaber. Everyone, like, if you watch my videos, you probably know I love that sort of stuff with like Tutor Minus. I always say it in like all the manipulation of energy, and I love it. Especially there's a scene in the Knights of the Old Republic cinematic trailers for the Knights of the Old Republic video game. And there's a scene where the Jedi stops the lightsaber with their palm, and that's a bit like it, and it's so cool. I think that stuff like that looks so cool with Jedi and Sith when like they're going with them with the lightsabers and they stop them with their hands and they manipulate the energy with the Force. I think stuff like that's so cool. Even with like laser bolts and everything, I think stuff like that is insane. I love it when there's people stopping lightsabers. Like, it just looks so cool, and like it's very difficult to do with live action, and we don't see it much in live action, but in anime it's the perfect chance to do it, so I'm really glad they've got stuff like that. I love, again, like the aspect of like the Japanese culture with Star Wars. I think that's so incredible. Like, Star Wars is built off so many cultures like that anyway. I think it'll be so incredible to bring that into it, which I'm already seeing, and I cannot wait to see more of in the show. I think that's just like incredible and everything. But yeah, already really cool stuff. The art, as expected, is incredible, and let's get back into it.
You've been guided by the Force since you were born.
At last,
But 7 different studios. Okay, yeah. So it is, again, man, that's insane. The like manipulation. 9 original stories. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop it. Okay, sorry for keeping stopping it. So it is 9 different stories. Again, I already knew. In case you didn't realise, this isn't going to be canon. These stories aren't going to be canon, which I'm kind of glad about. It gives them more freedom, because obviously like you can't really do something like this and do it properly and make it canon. It just doesn't really work. So I feel like obviously like they couldn't make it canon, and I feel like it is for the best, because if you want to do something like this and really explore it like in the way of the anime, then I feel like that's the way to go, just make it non-canon. And I'm not gonna lie, stuff like the talking bunny rabbit, I don't think I'd personally like in canon, but that's just my opinion. I'm not a fan of having that in canon, but I think it'd be really cool because it's outside the realms of the normal Star Wars universe. I'm all for it and stuff like that. Already, again, like I was just talking about 2 minutes, again with a laser bolt, they stopped it with a force and threw it back to his gun. That was insane. Like, this is why I cannot wait for this show, because there's gonna be so, and I'm just increasingly getting more excited for it because the amount of cool scenes they can get in it, because it's anime and it's animated with drawings. The amount of cool scenes you can get in this thing is like beyond none, so I cannot wait to see it all. And because it's not canon, you can you have a lot more freedom with stuff like that, so I really hope they're using that and bringing it into the show. But there you go.
It's the first time I've confronted such darkness.
The slave one.
Something ancient and sinister.
That is cool. The Sith. My man just pulled out an umbrella lightsaber. Was that? God, she just pulled out an umbrella lightsaber. That is sick. That's pretty cool. I really like the look of that. Like, is it a Sith master? They're really old. Like the Sith. It's like a Sith sensei almost. That looks really cool. He looks intimidating. I would not want to go against him. And that umbrella, like lightsaber or whatever that was insane. God, just whipped out an umbrella lightsaber to deflect all the laser bolts.
We are going to be a proper family.
Let's make this
Tatooine, where the pod racing was, I think. That's cool there. Oh, I think that was a Tusken Raider as well. They got like really Mandalorian. That might be Boba Fett. Oh.
I accept this responsibility.
Talking bunny rabbit, that's interesting, that one, but is that like lightsaber whips almost? I think they were. They looked really cool. They're like lightsaber whips that looked really cool. They're like in the Clone Wars, the slavers have them like electronic whips, and they I think could combat lightsabers, and that would be really cool to see them like the umbrella lightsaber. That'd be really cool to see. Definitely lots of really interesting things in that trailer. Like 1 minute 55 seconds, none of it was wasted. That was like an action-packed trailer, that's for sure. But especially because there's 9 different stories, so I mean they'll have a lot to show. But yeah, that was really cool. I really enjoyed that. So I've just been going back through it now. That definitely was really interesting. It looks like, so there's gonna be 9 different stories, and I think there's 7 anime studios and 9 original stories, so I don't know whether like some of them are doing 2. I thought there'd be 9 different ones and they get 1 each, but maybe some of them are doing 2 or something. But it says 9 original stories, so I'm guessing they're all going to be separate, different stories, which it sounded like from the like behind the scenes trailer. It did sound like that anyway, because they're 7 completely different studios. I don't know whether I'd rather that or a whole series. I think 9 different stories is definitely really cool with something like this, because again, this might be our only chance to get something like this, and it's very different. You want to kind of be able to take in all different aspects of it, whereas with one story, with one studio, you're stuck with like one story and you don't really get to see all the different types of anime in the Star Wars. Whereas if you've got 9 different stories, 7 different studios, you're gonna literally get a bit of everything. You'll get it all. I know some people probably maybe prefer 9 episodes of like one whole show, and I can definitely understand why, but I think that this is definitely something which could be also very interesting and is definitely worth giving a go. One thing I really like from the trailer is it looks like a lot of the stories are going to be very heavily like based and focusing around the Sith and the Jedi, which I think works perfectly for anime, and I think can be like really powerful because the Sith and the Jedi, like you could see there, it was almost like that Sith master, like it looked so cool. And I think it's almost like the Sith and the Jedi are like samurai almost, and it's like the senseis and everything. And I think like bringing that in with the Japanese culture will be really, really cool, and I think that'll work really well. So I really do hope, because it's showing a lot of it, I hope a lot of the stories are focusing on Sith and Jedi and like the real cultures of the Sith and the Jedi, and maybe some Jedi apprentices, and with that we can hopefully get some really cool, like, you know, like Dragon Ball Z, like insane moments, you know, like the Super Saiyan moments where they just go insane, and like the Jedi just goes from the bottom to the top, and at the end just completely just really unleashes like the full ability of the Jedi. And I think that'll just be so cool. So yeah, definitely would love to see the stories, a lot of the stories anyway, like really focusing on the cultures of the Jedi and the Sith, and I think that would work like beautifully with the Japanese culture, and it's almost like samurai and everything. I think that would work really well. So overall, I thoroughly enjoyed the trailer. I'm really excited for what this show has to bring. Don't get me wrong, I'm also really skeptical about some things, but I feel like with something like this, you've just got to be really open-minded with it. We've never had anything like this before, and I think it's just about being open-minded, because there's definitely certain things I'm skeptical about, but because, you know, it's not in canon, so I'm not really too worried. And there's so much insane, amazing stuff in there. It kind of like, I just cannot wait for stuff like that. With the like an umbrella, which is like a lightsaber whips, all the stuff to do with the Sith and the Jedi and the Force abilities. I'm just so excited for that. So it's like, I can't wait for the show, and I'm just trying to stay open-minded, and I think that's really important with something like this, because again, we haven't seen anything like it before. There's so many possibilities for it, and I think you've kind of just got to wait until we get it, and then, you know, like just review it once we've actually got it, and just stay open-minded for something like this. But that's the video for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And make sure to let me know what you thought of this trailer and this show in the comments down below. Make sure to stay tuned for all my future content. I've got a bunch of Star Wars reactions coming, lots more Star Wars fan fictions on the way, Star Wars news, Star Wars lore videos, and all that fun stuff. But yeah, so I'll catch you all in the next one.
Show me the one whose safety deems such destruction.